buddy. I heard y'all work on trucks here.
What's going on, guys? This is Chase and Russell with the Journey HQ, and today we're working on this 84 square body that sits behind us.
We've got like most of the mechanical stuff done on this truck. I mean, everything we can think of. That's a lie. There's a couple things I need to do, but the mechanicals are done. The truck's running, it's driving, and now it's time to make it fit good, look good as we can for what it is, because that's the mission with this truck, is take what we got and make the best we can out of it.
So what Russell's gonna do is, since he's the body guy, Russell's the body man, he's gonna be showing us how to make the gaps and make them fit tighter, right?
Yeah,
make them more even.
There is adjustments on everything, and these old trucks especially, they use a lot of shims, so they came from the factory not fitting great, but you can look and see some of these door gaps are kind of wide and tight in different spots. The doors stick out, the fender's stuck in. You can see all this stuff, and we're just gonna go through and try to make these adjustments so we make this truck fit as best as possible.
Well, cool, and we're gonna show you how we do that, so y'all stay tuned. All right, what's your process in getting this done?
Well, we got to start with what we can adjust and what we can't. So the first step of this process, I've looked at the holes that the bed mounts to. There's not a lot of adjustment in those holes, so we're going to bolt the bed down first, and that's going to be our starting point. Since we did have the cab off of this truck, we have to align all that back up also. We can do some cross measuring with that, but tightening the bed up is going to be where we start, and then we'll start working from the cab forward. So we'll get the bed on, we'll get the cab lined up with the bed, front clamp lined up with the cab, and then we'll adjust our doors to the cab and then our fenders to the doors.
Cool.
So it's a long process of just getting everything tightened up in its home where you want it to stay. So we're gonna start with the bed. Here we go.
Well, it's a lot longer.
Yeah, because the gas tank's right there, so you
Oh.
can't get, well, I don't know why that sucker's longer.
Why is it so much longer? Look out, pull it out.
Oh yeah, it's like crazy long.
Yeah, it's way longer. All these other ones fit.
I wonder if that doesn't go there.
No, it goes there. I just got to scoot this over. Watch.
Oh, there it went.
There you go.
You the man, Poochie.
I knew what I was doing. I told y'all I didn't know what I was doing, but lied. All right, that fits.
Yeah.
We got bolts. Now there is a little bit of adjustment if you look underneath there.
Is there?
I mean, it's not. I mean, that hole is only so big, so you can only. I guess you just want to try to center them up, I guess.
Sir?
You just want to try to center them up.
Yeah. Is there a little bit of slack?
Yeah. There's a little bit of slack, so we're good. Let me grab the creeper and I'll start putting all those on.
All right. So I kind of got to rethink what I'm doing because there's more adjustment than I thought in these bed holes. So now I'm going to get under the cab and cross measure my body mount bolts and try to get all that lined up with a couple of common points under the cab, and then we'll have to adjust the bed according to that. So we'll do that now. Boom. We don't have a trim gauge, so we're making us a little pendulum or whatever. I don't know what you would call it.
You're making something.
Making something, always making something. So we can hang it from a common point, and even though the gas tank and everything's in our way,
We can get that measurement straight.
that measurement straight.
Yeah, because holding that square straight wasn't going to work.
No.
That was like, you're just
You
guessing.
can take it and
Tape it.
you can
Use
just
some
hold it
Hold it.
where you want to measure to, and you just measure to the string. Yes, that's what we're finna do.
Is that what we're doing?
That's what we're finna do.
All right, let's do it.
Boom. A quarter. Yeah, we're pretty good.
Okay, we're good. So now what are we doing?
We got
You want me to check the other side?
55 and a quarter here, right?
Yeah. No, it's 55
55 and 3/4.
3/4.
So let's check this other corner.
Okay,
Just
so-
leave that there because it'll reach this.
Where you
other
want me to go?
side. The other side?
Do I need to get another string?
No, because it'll touch here.
Oh. We're almost at, like, if you're talking about like right here, it's at like right at 56.
Okay, so
Like,
we need to
pretty
move
dang-
a little more.
All right, you want me to push it?
I want to be able to move it easy. I got a tool.
Oh, you got a tool.
Well, I got a thing.
Oh, you're just sticking it up in there. Yeah, dude, that pulled it a lot.
Okay, let's double check this measurement here.
Oh, it's all squared up?
It's square.
Square?
I need
what you need?
I'm gonna grab my wobble.
What are you showing us?
Some of this stuff's kind of hard to get a real measurement on, but I'm gonna take my hand with my bad finger and I'm gonna line my bad finger up with this body line and I slide it in, my knuckle hits right here.
Ah.
And this
just
gets you close.
I thought something was wrong with your finger.
No.
You're talking about your middle finger, don't like...
Same thing here, but look at that.
Oh, you got a big old gap.
Yeah.
So you're pushing?
Yeah, so now my knuckle's barely tapping.
Oh yeah.
But see, we don't want to be too close because our camper hits there too.
Oh yeah, be squeaking.
I wonder how far back these beds sit. Let's go look at one of these other trucks.
Oh, we got a couple that we can look at them. Look at old Matt.
Old Matt got a fat gap. Oh, no, that's right on the money. Oh, they all pretty close to that.
You got gaps?
They're all about that knuckle. Right at it. Tuck it up. Hit it.
Yeah, no, but I got it. Yeah, I got it.
There you go.
That good?
Yeah. Is it tight?
Yeah, it's tight.
Yeah, don't overdo that. All right, come straight across.
I got chicken eyes. Where do we go?
Straight across that other one.
Okay, so now that you got the back lined up,
We got the cab tight and the bed tight. Now we need to make sure our front clip is centered with the cab. So we're going to cross measure from the back of the cab to the front of the front clip in an X pattern and get it centered. And then we can tighten up our core support bolts and then we're on the body panels.
all right.
Okay, so the next step on our truck, we're going to start lining up our body panels that are adjustable individually. The doors is where we're going to start because we cannot adjust that cab corner, so we need to adjust the door to fit the cab corner the best we can. And if you look at this door, it is sagging a little bit. If you look at the body line, the gap's a little tighter at the top and wider at the bottom. My model back here is going to demonstrate. Oh yeah, look at there. So we're going to start by adjusting this driver door, and the first thing we're going to do is take the striker out. The striker is the thing the latch grabs onto inside the door. We're going to pull that out and just push the door closed and adjust it there, and then we'll put the striker where we want it to be once the door is adjusted. You're the man. And these LMC weather strips, they are really tight. We've had the door shut for a long time. They're shutting a little bit better, but they're really tight. So the doors may not fit quite as tight as I want them to against the body, but we're gonna try our hardest to make them where we don't have to slam them.
You got to slam the crap out of it.
It's gonna be tight. Oh.
Yeah, I don't want to break it. Let me make sure it's in there.
Okay, now, while you're loosening that up, reach in behind it because there's probably a backing plate that could fall, and we don't want to let it fall down in that cavity.
I'd already lost it.
Yes, sir.
It's gone.
Some of the newer vehicles have a cage around that nut inside there so it won't fall, but I've had them bite me. So this is our striker. This is what's going to be on the back side of it that it actually screws into. And if you look at the hole here, it's square, but it gives you a lot of room for adjustment. So we'll adjust the door to fit the opening and then make that striker go where the door is instead of where the door was.
I got you.
Savvy?
Got it.
Oh, wait. The problem, we need to adjust the doors. The front side of the hinge is how you move the door in the opening this way, like a dance. And then that's the side that mounts to the body is how you move it there. And then the side that mounts to the door is how you move it in and out. And you might be able to move it up and down on this truck too. I need to adjust that opening and I gotta pull this fender off.
It's not what we were planning to do.
I was hoping I could get to them bolts easier, but no, just gotta get this. I can't get to the bolts comfortably without tearing it up.
Don't tear anything up.
I gotta take it all the way
You've
apart.
been like pulling and prying.
Well, because I just need to get to these bolts.
Oh, that's all you got to get to is some bolts in them?
I gotta be able to get to the bolts that hold the hinge on the body. And now,
This whole freaking fender off and front grill and everything?
we ain't pulling it. We gotta undo that signal marker down there. You see it down there? The side marker? The side marker. On the side of the fender?
Yeah.
On the side of the fender. This marker right here,
Oh, Jude, I had to.
we got to unplug it inside here.
I got it.
There you go.
Oh! Boy, that scared the crap out of me. I stepped on that.
Okay, okay. Let's try it. You ready?
How's it gonna happen?
Maybe.
Got it.
Maybe.
No. Oh no, you got a fender.
I got a fender. All that to adjust the door. But look, 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 look. Now that it's off. Bolt, 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 bolt.
Those are, and then you put shims behind it?
No. Look, that hole is square also. You can see that little gap there.
Oh.
So you just loosen them and adjust until you're happy with back here's fitment.
But what about the bottom?
What do
you
you-
just loosen it?
What do you mean?
Because the bottom needs to come out.
You talking about out this way?
Yeah.
That's when we adjust here.
Oh, that's
We
another
adjust
approach.
on the door side for in and out, up and down of
There
the
is
whole
no
door.
shims.
No, sir.
Okay.
And you
This
adjust
is-
on the body side.
Where these go?
Those were for the fender.
They get them out of order.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't?
I mean, they're going to be the same
Oh, yeah,
thickness
you're
no
right.
matter what order you put them in. But look at my computer mount. Ooh, doesn't it look nice? This truck, it's got one of those nightmare bolts.
It's a nightmare.
Look at here, I'll show you. That's a welded on nut, so it means this bolt is coming from the inside.
Oh, how you get to that?
That's why I said it was a nightmare. And it might be easy to get to, I'll have to reach my hand in there, but sometimes you can loosen these two and give it a good love tap, and that one will slide. It just depends. So we're gonna give these a little crack.
So you're loosening these right now, and this is to try to...
Bring the bottom of the door up. And we're gonna loosen two of these, so it only pivots on one of them.
Because we have a bigger gap up here.
No, we have a bigger gap at the bottom.
Exactly what I said. Bigger gap at the bottom.
Look, we're tight right there, and we're wide right there.
Oh, okay, this gap.
Yeah. We're adjusting for this body line.
Yeah.
However we make it fit here is just how it's gonna fit here. Let's see if it moves. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you moved it.
How much is it moving?
Oh, wait, the door, that's moving all this.
Come back here and pick up on it. Mm-hmm.
We got worn out stuff, don't
Mm-hmm.
we? I saw a tear come down your face.
That was sweat, but
That
it
was
felt like a tear.
It was a tear right there. I see it.
Because I don't want to put bushings on this damn. I wonder if they do bushings for these.
We did do a meme on TikTok. Why do we like old cars? Because we like problems.
Why do you like old cars so much?
I don't want peace. I want problems, always.
I want problems.
Okay, so now what are we doing? We're going to O'Reilly's?
To get some pins and bushings. This door, just this door. That other door is pretty nice. But look at how much this door moves. Just look up here. Look at this. That's how much the door moves just because of the slack in those holes.
So we just got to get some pins and bushings.
And hopefully the holes aren't walled out. And then if the holes are walled out, you got to weld them up, drill them back out, and then put your bushing in.
Let's hope it's not that much work.
I've done all that before on them OBSs. They're notorious for it. This will be my first time ever on a square body. But the OBSs are notorious for pins and bushing. There's a guy on Facebook on C10 Addicts, I think.
Yeah.
He makes steel, some kind of hardened steel pin and bushing set
Oh, that's cool.
for the OBSs.
Well, looks like price is going up on this truck.
Ah,
More work.
my labor.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, got the door off. Looky, looky. Door. So let me show you what is bad here. This is the top door hinge, and and this is the bottom. You look right there real close. So, we got these kits from O'Reilly's. I hope they're the right ones. The part number is 38400. It's a Dorman. We're gonna see if we can put them in, try to straighten this out. Hopefully the holes aren't walled out too much, so we'll see what happens.
the whole door completely off
Yes, sir.
and replace those?
Yes, sir.
Now you got it fitting,
Yes, sir.
and looking good.
I had to take the rubber off. That rubber's too thick.
Are we gonna have to get new rubber?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'll put it back on after I get the door fitting, but
Oh.
I just can't. Like, you see how good it fits right there.
Yeah, if it's I thought the door rubber was on there. I was like, man, this looks great.
It's out a little bit at the bottom and in a little bit at the top,
Yeah, it's got a little gap.
but I'm a little tight right here.
Another adjustment. What adjustment do you do to fix this?
Well, I'm gonna get my top out and my bottom in first,
Okay.
and then I'll just move the whole door back a little bit.
Do that
Because
again?
getting my top out back there is gonna get it out right here too.
Ah.
And then I just need to move the whole door back a little bit because this gap's pretty wide. I feel like we can run a tighter gap than that. That sucker don't want to move, boy. That ain't good. Oh, that's why. Now look, just bringing that top out helps my bottom a little bit. But that's got us pretty flush there. That doesn't look terrible there. So I'm gonna tighten this top one and then bring my bottom one in.
I'm glad you know what you're doing.
Well, I don't know nothing about engines and stuff, buddy.
Well, look
Like-
at this engine.
I understand that, but I was flying by the seat of my pants.
Damn good job.
I've had my ass kicked by adjusting doors. Ass kicked.
It sucks.
It can, like, it's just tedious.
Yeah.
Okay, check it out. After beating, banging, and wiggling my hand up under the dash, I've got the door gap. It's nice and wide right now, but if you look right here, that body line lines up real nice. If you look right here, the door fits nice and flush all the way down and all the way up. Our gap is pretty consistent all the way up and down. So what I need to do now that I've got my top and bottom in and out all nice, I just need to get the door to come back a little bit because that gap's a little wide. I think we can get away with a tighter gap. So I'm gonna slowly, a little bit at a time, move the top hinge, tighten it, move the bottom hinge, tighten it until I get a gap I like. Then we'll switch over to putting the door latch back in and seeing if we can make it shut real nice and smooth. I had to pull the door rubber out. Them LMC ones are thick. I don't know if they're gonna thin up or flatten out, or if we're gonna have to go steal some off of an old truck somewhere because they fit super tight. So we'll keep going.
What are you doing?
I'm making a bushing out of some hot water pecks just to see if it works because I got some clear pecks somewhere.
Ah, it looks a little thick.
It does look a little thick.
It does look thick.
Look at that. It's better with it if the rubber's in there.
Put the rubber in there.
But look how much better that door shuts.
Yeah.
And the gap looks nice.
Hex for the win.
Pecs for the win. What'd I do with the rest of it? Oh, there it is. All right, let's try to put this rubber on and see what happens.
It's gonna be the best fitting door, C10 door,
Careful now.
ever.
Careful.
Ever. in the
There's some
world.
super nice trucks out there.
This is a super nice, crusty truck. Weather stripping is installed. What do you think? Go ahead.
Let's let it, you want to shut it lightly?
Just shut.
It seems like it's in a bind already.
Golly. Oh.
It doesn't shut as bad, but
No.
that looks good.
Yeah. Everything's good.
Since we're already on this side, we'll put the fender back on and start trying to line this fender up with the door best we can. We don't want to go too far on the fenders. We can line them up on this back edge best we can, and then we'll start on that other door because
We're gonna take the other fender off.
that, and we got to fit the hood.
Oh.
So the fenders have to fit the hood also. And I don't know how much slack I can get out of them, but that's where we'll go next.
Ready.
So what have we gotten done?
Got a lot done, man.
we got this door lined up.
Door, the weather stripping, it's all shut.
That's pretty good.
Scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, we were having to slam it before.
Like that.
Yeah, that's how we had to shut it.
It works, it's all smooth.
The body lines line up nice now.
You got a fender with this nice painted emblem that someone painted.
Who painted that?
I painted this sucker. Look at that.
Look at that emblem.
You'll be seeing the video pretty soon. And you polished it?
Yeah, we
got all-
polished this spot around it,
Yeah,
and
you
it
don't
looks
have that little
nice.
ring around it anymore? Let's put this sucker back together.
Let's put it back together.
All right.
Yeah. Check this out, I got a cool thought. How cool would that truck look if the tires were sticking out that far and it was really, really low? We got these wheels for old Mac, the long bed we have up here, and I just slid them up by the truck to see what they look like. They look pretty dang cool. Anyway, this side of the truck is Dunsky. This other door is lined up very nicely. So all I need to do is adjust this fender and get this gap good on the fender. Then we're sticking the hood on, putting the bumper on, and she's rolling. What do you think?
She's rolling.
What
And
you gonna do today?
I'm about to work on old Mac.
What you gonna do to old Mac?
I'm probably gonna put these there new wheels on it.
Dang old wheels, don't throw your back out throwing off them wheels.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna clean it, get the paint ready to where we can get all the new molding put on it, just all that stuff. Just kind of clean up old Mac so we can use it every day.
Yeah, let's take a look at old Mac.
So what are you doing, Russell?
Well, we're finna put this hood on. We're gonna have to adjust it to fit. In my experience, it's easier to adjust it without the latch. That way you make the hood fit the opening the best it can, and then you adjust the latch to fit the hood.
So you took this off?
So I took off my cable, and now I'm gonna take off the latch itself. And then what you can do, when you don't have the latch on there, you get your hood fitting side to side where you want it. You use these bump stops to adjust its height where you want it to sit in the opening. And then after you got all that fitting, then the only thing you got to do is make the latch line up with the hood.
Okay. So now all we have to do is...
Pick up this heavy hood.
All right, we're gonna try to attempt that now. That's a lot harder than it looks. Getting that lined up on there and putting it in, putting the screws in it.
Putting the screws in it. Thank you for your help, friendo. So Chase got the wheels on old Mac. It looks better. It definitely looks better. It needs to be slammed. While he was doing that, I got the hood on Crusty. Oh, Crusty got her a hood.
Shucks.
Nice gaps on the sides here. Nice gap there. Nice gap there. So I got my cowl piece cleaned up and back in, and then the actual cowl itself, I washed it up.
Boy,
And it's next.
sucker looks good. Let's get some grub.
We're gonna eat some lunch and come back and see y'all in a few.
Yeah. Good, Justin.
Yeah, I'm putting the cowl on.
Ooh, look at that.
I will tell you this. Here's something I've learned
What'd you learn?
because I haven't worked on square bodies. If you paint one,
Yeah.
putting that cowl back on is gonna be a son of a.
Oh, and not trying to scratch something?
Yeah, because you really need the cowl off to line up your hood good, because the hood hinges where they mount is under the cowl, so if you need to do any adjusting there. But then getting it on with the hood on is trickery. But
Do you not put it on first, then put your hood on?
I didn't.
Can you do that?
If you don't need to adjust your hinge under the cowl, Look right here. There's a bolt. There's 2 bolts back there where the hinge itself mounts to the body. So if you don't need to adjust that, you'll be okay.
Gotcha.
And I would put it on first. But if you're painting something, you should be test fitting everything long before you paint it.
We're not painting this, so we don't got to worry about that.
I
crap.
scratched the shit out of it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go over here. We got the new shoes on Old Mac. Looks good. And Old Mac will be a dang shop truck. I got the rear tailgate. I don't know how you say that. A pleat cover, whatever that thing is. Got one of those over here. What do you call this, Russell?
What do I call what?
This.
Tailgate insert. That's like the first platinum insert.
Isn't it called like a tailgate
Applique.
applique?
Yeah.
A pleat?
Applique.
I said a pleat.
Applique. See, in 1986, this used to say platinum over here.
Oh yeah, platinum.
Yeah, this was a platinum GMC. Well, this was a Denali.
Denali.
High country. Now it's gonna be low country.
It will be low country pretty soon. But I'm gonna go ahead and get all this gunk and goo from this.
Hey, buddy,
molding.
before you start getting all that grease and grime off her,
Yeah,
you wanna lay down here and help me do this front bumper on this truck?
I guess so.
Because I can't do it alone.
Gotta help Russell.
I need your help.
Let's go help Russell. All right. Well, now, so we helped Russell get that bumper on. We're gonna get all this grime and gunk off of this and fix all these rivets, cut all these rivets off. And that way we can get it prepped so we can put new trim on it, new trim molding. Clean all of this up. We're just making this truck look a little better. All right. So after got some, I washed this, you can see there's these rivets that they used. And so what I'm doing is I'm cutting them off. And I'm taking this, being very careful, grinding them down, and then we're taking this and punching it out. So we're just left with a nice little hole. And then I'm gonna go through with this wheel right here, and that's gonna get all this off, all this goo from the 3M tape that held that on. It's gonna take a while. Look at that, look at that. This dang truck is coming together. Dude, this thing's gonna look freaking badass with some rims on it. Love it. It looks like a Blazer.
It does, doesn't it?
God, it looks so good.
It looks so nice underneath. Like from this angle,
Looks
like
nice inside.
the drive shaft's the worst looking thing.
Everything's all new and painted.
There's a couple spots I want to touch up.
Yeah,
Yeah. How's old Matt coming?
it's coming, man. I'm gonna show what I've been doing. Been taking this eraser wheel. There's an eraser wheel. You can get these off Amazon or wherever. They hook up to a drill, and then you take this drill, get at it. And what it does is it takes the adhesive off. And so you just want to keep moving, that way you don't burn through your paint. This paint is old anyways, and we're trying to get it to where, you know, all that stuff's coming off, but this is right here, it's on there pretty good, but I'll hit it again. Old back's looking a lot better. I think now we could get it with some like cleaner or something.
Yeah.
Get some of that off there.
I mean, it's still going to be on there pretty good.
Yeah.
I would get what you can get with that wheel.
Okay.
And then, I mean, like any residue, that's
Yeah.
when I would take some 40 or something
Okay.
to try to clean it up.
Cool. We going on the first adventure?
We're going to go on the first adventure and see what happens.
Crank her out, buddy. Whoa.
I promise she needs an alignment.
We still need O2 sensors.
Yeah.
This thing, let's jump in.
I don't see a trail of liquid following us out of the shop.
Oh, that's good. That's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
What you think?
I think it's moving under its own power.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it shifted.
It did shit.
Oh, it's stopping.
That's a good thing.
It's steering, stopping,
I'm glad it's doing all that.
and it's not smoking.
Yeah, it isn't smoking at all. No check engine light on or nothing.
Oil pressure's good, temperature's good.
Crusty's doing pretty good so far.
Oh, Crusty, come making down the street, boy.
Oh,
I see them looking.
They're just shifting and everything. Rolling.
It is missing.
Well, there's no O2 sensors in it, and it
Yeah.
hasn't been tuned at all.
Oh, that's right.
Hey, buddy. I heard y'all work on trucks here.
She does a burnout.
It's not hot.
No. Perfect.